Hello, hello. Um, I'm coming live to you today to share. Let me just go live on Instagram. Share a really important message that I think will really support you, especially if you're a woman, especially if you're a creative, especially if you're an entrepreneur. A couple of things that have come up a lot in my conversations with clients that has always really helped, and that has also helped me a lot as well, which is not being perfect. Oh, hi, Bethany. I need to call you. Let's chat really soon. Not being perfect. And that I feel like the message that more of us need to hear is that we're good enough. Like, we're good enough. It's enough. You don't have to be 100%. Hi. To have everything that you desire. You get to do, before we're at 100%, if there even is such a thing as 100%, we get to be at 50%. We get to be at 60%, at 70%. And the things I'm thinking of, let me give you a tangible example. For example, so I just did a training, tribe bonus for my client tribe on scheduling for creatives. And it was on like identifying, one of the parts of that conversation was identifying the things that really support you in, getting the results that make you feel really good and happy and fulfilled in your life. And, I shared like the certain things that support me, one of which is meditation. So daily meditation is something that I'm actually really good at. Like, I would say I'm probably like at 95% consistency with my daily meditation. I've been a meditator for like 7 years now. So that habit is really ingrained. So if, I'm traveling or for whatever reason, I have guests and I forget to meditate one day, I always get back on the horse again, because it's like just a craving and an impulse, because it feels so good to me when I meditate, and when I don't, things start to go wrong. And I know there's that very clear mental connection that, I just haven't been doing one of those things that really supports me. And, but anytime you create a new habit that is supporting you, or you're moving in a new direction, whether that's in a business, a creative project, a particular skill, a talent, you're gaining a new skill, you're not going to be like, go from 0 to 100% quickly. You're going to be like, I like 20% of the time show up for it, or 20% of the time it's actually effective, or, then you get a little bit better and you're like 50% of the time you're showing up for it. And one thing that I've noticed with like a lot of the new skills that I've been gaining in business is, in sales, in marketing, in all of those administrative actions that need to take place in order to keep my business ticking over, is that 70% of the time works. Like, it works. We don't need to be 100% perfect. We don't need to beat ourselves up when, we don't do that thing every single day. And obviously, when you get to 100%, your results are going to go from here to here, but you can still create really amazing results at 70%. And something that started coming up in calls with clients that I notice has really supported them, and has also supported me too, if you're, kind of like a type A, like overachiever, recovering perfectionist, is giving ourselves permission to half-ass something. Because a lot of the time it's that conversation of, I'm doing something new and it's going to be really rubbish, and I'm going to fail and make a horrible mistake, and then that's going to be really uncomfortable. That conversation is the thing that creates resistance from us starting that thing in the first place. And obviously you have to start something, you have to continue showing up for that thing in order to create momentum and success for it. So when we give ourselves permission to half-ass something, and I don't mean, like doing a shitty job, but just getting enough done for it to be a success. You're probably familiar with the 80-20% rule, that 20% of the work creates 80% of the results. And then to get it to that next level takes the 80% of effort. So it's that difference between good enough and like perfect, which, let's face it, isn't a real thing. So giving ourselves permission to be in flow, to showing up and doing the best that we can with as much presence, with as much intention as we can cultivate, but knowing that we're already good enough to make that thing succeed. We already have all of the things that are required in order to succeed. So let me know if this is resonating with you. And what is that one thing that you've been resisting that is like a new direction for you, that's really exciting, that you're being pulled towards, but that there's all this kind of resistance around, not being good enough, or being judged, or being criticized, or fearing failure, or, being in the conversation that you don't have enough time, because actually all that resistance is the thing that makes that action take a lot of time. Another thing I've noticed that, once you get past that hump, or you get support with that, and then you start to get into more consistency, you get better at that thing, and that action takes so much less time, and you create more results with a lot less time and effort. Once you get into that flow, once you move from the 10% up to the 50%, up to the 70%, it gets easier and easier and easier the more you do it. And the benefits get easier and more fun and more juicy as well. So let me know if this is resonating with you. I've got lots of exciting things coming up. I'm actually launching a new service supporting entrepreneurs with their copy, for their social media posts. So if that's something that you struggle to create consistency around, if copywriting isn't your jam, if you're not a huge fan of writing, but you know that you need that piece to support the consistent sales in your business, and really creating that resonance with your client tribe, and specifically inviting them and letting them know how it is that they can work with you, I'm offering a launch package at a really amazing price for a very limited number of people, and it's going to include a mindset and strategy coaching session with it as well. So if you're interested in that, send me a message. I haven't officially launched it yet. And other than that, Create Money the Fun Way, I'm going to be relaunching that to support you in shifting the conversation around money, getting really clear on the action and the momentum that you get to half-ass, that you get to be 50 to 70% good at and still create results with, for those new, exciting, creatively fulfilling income streams. And you get to join our tribe of really, really amazing creative entrepreneurs all over the world doing really fabulous things and making them an impact through their work. So if that's interesting to you as well and resonating with you, please send me a message. And what is it that you've been delaying following through on, that you've been trying to do perfectly, or you think you're not good enough to succeed at, that you haven't been taking action on? Feel free to pop it in the comments, declare it, and go and take a little bit of action towards that thing, and give yourself permission to not be perfect at it. And keep me posted on how you get on. And thank you so much for watching. Lots of love. Bye.